everybody, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are, as always, your hosts Arne and Carlos.
And today we are here enjoying a beautiful summer day on our porch, but we're also getting ready for an adventure. And it's an adventure that we're going to take you on. It's going to be very exciting. I'm so excited. Are you excited? I'm so excited.
It's the first time in 3 months that we're actually going somewhere.
Yep. So, as you all know, COVID-19, Corona, has been not our good friend here. We got very ill. I got very ill. I'm recovered now. Arne is as good as he's always been. We got stuck in the house for 3 months. So it took me 3 months to recover as well. And also, I remember that we were talking in our end of the year podcast in December 2019 that we wanted to get out of the house more and show you some other things. So now the borders here in Norway are still closed for most countries, except for the Nordic countries. So people can't come to Norway and we can't go abroad.
So we can bring Norway to you.
We thought we'd bring Norway to you. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be packing up all this clothes. We're going to put it in our car, our Beetle from 1969, and we are going to go on a road trip, and we're going to take you on this road trip. We're going to be doing tutorials throughout the road trip, and we're also going to be showing you our beautiful, beautiful country at the same time.
Yeah. And you are in charge of the clothes for the trip?
Yes.
Actually, I picked my stuff and all that things I need, but I'm so bad when it comes to packing when we leave.
Well, yeah.
I know how to pack when we go home because then most of it is dirty, so
Yeah.
I just pull it in the bag. But you have to do the
packing.
the nice packing
Yeah.
of the clothing, and we will show you how we normally pack. Now we're going in a car, so it's a little bit different. If we went on an airplane, we will have a lot of stuff in our hand luggage.
Absolutely.
And maybe we have more suitcases because you never know what you find when you travel.
Well, we'll get into that later. That's the surprise that you just ruined.
No, I didn't say it.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's start with packing clothes. Now, we travel 150 days a year by plane and by car and everything. We tour the world. So you would think that we are very savvy travelers. And the truth is, we're pretty savvy travelers. We've been to all the continents in the world. And we've been to quite a few countries. We've been to all countries in Europe, and we've been to many of the Latin American countries, US, Canada, of course. Asia, we've been to loads of countries in Asia. We've been to Australia as well. So, and Africa. We've been to South Africa and Northern Africa. So we've been around quite a lot. So we're very savvy travelers. However, are we very savvy when it comes to packing, Arne?
I think so.
You think so? Most people will probably shake.
We just bring what we need.
Yeah, and most people will probably shake their head when they see all the stuff that we're going to pack. Now, we have friends, we have good friends, and we traveled with them to Portugal a few years ago. Heidi and Joe, if you are seeing us, hi. And Heidi and Joe are also very savvy travelers. We went on a holiday with them. They came with one carry-on bag for 10 days of traveling. And we just looked at that carry-on bag and we were amazed over how they fit everything they needed for their trip in their one tiny carry-on bag. And that's not the kind of tutorial here today.
We probably came with 5.
Well, no, I think we have 2. We had 2
with 5.
We had a large suitcase and a carry-on bag. Yeah. So traveling light is something we don't do because we don't know how to do it. And usually we carry with us more things than we use. But then again, it's always like a just in case, like just in case we need that. Let's take that. So this is not a savvy tutorial about, our best packing trips to travel light, but we do have some good packing tips that you might want to know. But we are heavy travelers, and usually when we travel on business, we have an allowance, we have a budget, so we can purchase more suitcases on board the planes, or not on board, but check-in luggage. We can purchase more of that if we need to. So we're never worried about, the suitcases. We just travel, and that's the way it is. Last time we toured America, Arne, how many suitcases did we have? I think we traveled with 5.
5 suitcases.
Yeah. But then again, we were away for 78 days. So, of course, 5 suitcases for 78 days is not that bad.
And we did some shopping.
We'll talk about that later as well. Anyway, without further ado, let's start packing all this stuff.
And we're going to do it dogma style because Eric is not here and Anna is not here.
Not yet. But we're gonna
Okay,
reunite
We're
with
gonna reunite.
we're gonna reunite
somewhere.
with Eric and Anna in a couple of days, and then
And
we'll,
Jørgen.
yes, and PJ as well
PJ, somewhere in
in the north of Norway. So anyway, let's do this dogma style, Arne. So
I go and grab the camera.
You go grab the
and
camera.
You show how you pack the clothes.
Yep.
And this is 10 days.
This is packing for 10 days.
So I'm gonna grab the camera. Now it will be like very dogma, shaky and...
Let's go.
Okay, Carlos, where do you start?
Okay, so this is a really good packing tip, though, I have to say. We're not savvy as packers, but this is the best thing we've ever done. So last year we went to a retreat in Redondo Beach at L'Atelier, which is a beautiful yarn store managed by Karen, or owned by Karen. And Karen gave us these. They're branded with her shop name.
These are so good.
These cubes are fantastic.
Yes.
Because with these cubes, you only need 3, actually, in my opinion. You need 3 cubes like this, and with these cubes, you can divide your clothes in different departments, like underwear, socks, shirts, t-shirts, and then you just put them in the different size ones, so that when you travel, once you get to your destination, all you need to do is take these out of your suitcase, put them on your
cabinet
or closet or on the dresser table, and then you just open it up like this, and you just take what you need on a daily basis.
That is so clever.
Yeah. So the smallest one I usually use for underwear. So yeah. And as Arne mentioned, we are traveling for 10 days.
So you need one trouser or one pant or what you call it each day.
I have to change my underwear every day, I think.
Especially yours, because you're always wearing white.
Yeah, well, whether I'm wearing white or black underwear or any other color underwear, I'd rather change my underwear every day.
I do the same, but I wear mostly gray or black. Is that too much private information?
Probably too much information.
But I'm
sure our viewers won't mind.
Well,
so underwear goes in the little one, and I've got 10 underwear because we're going to be away for 10 nights. Now, I know we can wash our clothes if there are laundromats, and you're going to shove coins in the machine and get that done. But that takes out time from our busy schedule. Now, this particular schedule is going to be recording videos and a little bit of vacation time, so we have no time to do laundry.
But we can put all the dirty clothes behind the back seat in the car.
We will.
It's not a problem.
Not a problem.
No.
So anyway, if we travel for anything from 1 to 14 days, we will bring 14 pair of underwears each, 14 pairs of socks each, 14 t-shirts each. That is the minimum we will bring. And we will probably not wash anything until we get home. If we're traveling for 78 days, though, we need laundromats. We need a lot of quarters if we're traveling in America to put in the washing machines, or we let the hotels do our laundry for us. We do have a little travel budget, as I said, when we're traveling on business, so we can do that from time to time. So anyway, little cube.
Not this time.
No, not this time.
No
little cube,
washing.
10 underwear. And then we have the second size cube, which is this one. In this cube, I am going to put my t-shirts. And as I said, we're traveling for 10 days, so we've got 10 t-shirts here. They go in the second
You know, sometimes you come home and you haven't used all of them because sometimes you wear t-shirt 2 times.
Yeah, we're over enthusiastic when we pack.
But you never know.
You never know.
Accidents can happen.
Okay. So I got my cubes done, t-shirts and underwear. So I'll put these here. Arne, I'm going to pack for you as well.
Thank
and I
you.
already kind of started. You've got your t-shirts here.
Yeah.
So-
And one with long sleeves because it can be cold.
Yeah. So I'm putting your t-shirts there, and I saw that you put your little cardi there, but I'm going to put that with your shirts instead.
Yeah. I need a thin cardigan because it can be chilly. You never know.
Well, my problem with traveling, because we come from a reasonably mild country, my problem traveling in warm countries, especially Southern Europe and Southern United States and Asia, is that in the summer when it's really hot, they crank up the air condition so much that I tend to freeze. So I always have a little sweater in my bag because it gets cold. Anyway, your shirts are packed. So we'll put them here.
Yeah.
And I think I saw your underwear. Yeah, here's your underwear.
That's almost packed already.
Arne didn't want to show the color of his underwear.
But it's black and gray and one blue.
So
Just so you know.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
So, and this is how we can tell whose is whose, because my underwear are always white, his are not white, he hates white underwear. And I recognize the style of his t-shirts. I only wear white t-shirts usually. Arne will have t-shirts with patterns on them and designs and prints and stuff. So anyway.
Because I'm so stylish.
Then we will have about 20 pairs of socks because we are sharing the socks. And as you can see from our sock drawer, we love colorful socks. Like, is this who's this?
Is that the Muppet?
I think, was it a Cookie Monster?
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, we've
It's
got
a nice pattern.
yeah, we've got loads of fun little socks. Look at these. Fried eggs. And nobody owns them in particular. We will just grab a pair of socks from the, let's see what this is. Pineapples. We've got, oh, this is a nice one. Flamingos. And, oh, I have to show the latest ones we got. Let's see if I can find them. There they are. These are the best.
You know, these socks are so nice, you can almost collect them.
Yeah, I love these. These are astronauts. And then the ribbing is done with some lyrics on them. And I'm sure you're wondering, where do we get all these fun patterned socks that we have in all these colors? And the answer is H&M. So we buy all our socks in H&M. I love a patterned sock. And there's a lot of perks to getting socks like this because it's always easy to find the second pair. Especially the older you get and the worse your eyesight becomes. I don't want to stand there, trying to find two identical blue socks when I have different shades of blues in different socks. So I'd rather have lovely colorful socks like this. And I also bring some of these because it is summer. I don't think we will use them, but who knows? These are invisible socks.
You never know.
So that it looks like I'm wearing shoes or sneakers without socks, which I think is a very cool look for summer. Anyway, so the sock cube is like this. And we share this one.
And you know what you can do when they're worn out? You can just cut out a piece of the sock and put it in your scrapbook.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This is Dogma. I forgot to follow you with the camera.
Oh, sorry.
Because
Okay.
I was looking at the socks, not at the camera.
Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
this is my shirt.
So Arne has already folded all his shirts, which is good because this does take a long time.
And one extra jeans and a comfy jean trouser.
Yeah, I need to go get one of those myself. I forgot to put that.
You need one comfy one for hotels and sometimes in the car, and you need one extra jeans.
But I like to put the pants separately. I'll show you how I do that.
I know, because I just put it there because you know how to do it, so I didn't do it.
The biggest cube is for shirts. Now the good thing about using these cubes for shirts is that once you close it, they're all kind of secured in place and they won't wrinkle more than they do.
I think I only have 6 or 7 shirts because it's summer, so I can wear the t-shirts also.
Yeah, and you can also, where we're going, I'm sure you can wear a t-shirt and then a shirt over, which means that you can wear the shirt multiple times because it won't get dirty.
And why do we bring so many shirts?
Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. I just wanna.
You wanna do the folding first?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some folding as well. But here's your cardigan that you wanna. Are you sure you don't want this with you in your handbag?
I have another one.
Oh, okay. So
because I can't wear the blue cardigan every day,
that's
so I have
true.
another one.
Yeah.
2 different colors.
So,
you need to change,
Again, this is perfect. This goes out of the suitcase and on the closet shelf or dresser. And if a shirt is wrinkled, what I will do is I will always put it on a hanger, take a shower in the morning, and Arne will take his morning shower. Then we will hang the shirts in the bathroom, in the steam, after we've had the shower, and go out. And by the time we get back, they will look nice and unwrinkled, which is great. So here we go. You've got your cubes now. Underwear, socks, t-shirts, shirts. We're going to be packing all these jeans. Oh my God, are you taking this many jeans?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, jeans. And then I've got myself a nice pair of trousers.
Are you
as
only
well.
bringing one extra?
Well, I'm bringing this one. I'm actually going to take these off, but I'm not going to do that on camera. But I'm going to take these
please.
jeans off and pack them. And I'm going to be traveling with another pair of linen trousers that are comfortable.
So you have 3 trousers.
I got 3 trousers, and apparently so do you. Because you're wearing one and you're bringing 2.
Yeah, and the comfy one.
Yeah. Okay, now we've got these little things.
This is my necessities.
Arne loves cufflinks, and he has a huge collection. And I'm very curious to see what
What I'm bringing.
What you're bringing. Let's see. Oh, of course.
I have to have the Beetle.
The Beetle cufflinks. No surprise
because
there.
we're going with the Beetle. And
You bringing the
these.
oh yeah, these we've got in South Africa.
these are beautiful. These are with
Elephant hair. So
And
beautiful.
there's like the frame, the thing on top is silver, and
Yeah.
under you have elephant hair. And no elephant died.
No.
It's picked from the branches.
from the branches, yeah. And finally,
They told
let's
us.
see what. Yeah, I'm sure I believe it. Let's see
But
what.
if in case people are worried.
Oh wow, these are cool.
These are to find my way home.
If we get lost.
necessary.
That's good.
The compass and the watch. I know the time and the place.
So if we were traveling by plane, which we're not, and we won't be traveling by plane this year at all, but if we were on an airplane, we would have packed these in our hand luggage and not in our check-in
No,
bag,
you never
because
leave the
this
good
is jewelry, and these are, if not valuable, they do have sentimental value, and actually silver is valuable.
But you're not checking in your good stuff.
No, we're not. You never check in stuff like this. So we would never put this in our luggage when we are traveling by plane, in our check-in bags. But now we're traveling by car, so it doesn't matter. And then when we're traveling by car, I just take the one with the socks probably, and I put the cufflinks in there.
Can I ask you something?
Yep.
What about all the shirts hanging on the door?
Yeah, we're getting to those.
Are they also coming?
Yes.
But you didn't pack? No, you didn't pack your shirt.
No, I packed your shirts.
You packed my shirt.
Yes, so now it's my turn. There's going to be some shirt folding here. I am bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm bringing 8 shirts. Whoops.
No, I've taken the picture from behind, Carlos.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
all the ironing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're good. Yeah, so I'm bringing 8 shirts with me.
I think you have changed your style lately. Because
have?
you were normally like one color or stripes, but now you have patterns.
Yeah.
And
like, I
you
mean-
start to wear my tartans, the one you're wearing.
Yeah, well, I stole this from you.
Or cowboy shirts.
Yeah,
or what
these
you
are the
call
latest ones I got. I love this one. It's got safety pins.
it. So punk.
Yeah, well, it's also a little nod to sewing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I got this one as well, which is really nice. Let me see. This one's got all these little... Yeah, it's also a nod to sewing. It's got safety pins, measuring tape, scissors, thread. Yeah, all sorts of things. I've never worn them because I got them for our trip to Australia. That never happened. So I'm happy that I'll be able to wear these now. So Arne, while I start folding it, let's talk a little bit about dogme.
Yeah.
You said in the beginning of the video that we're doing this dogme style.
Yeah.
Now the word dogme is spelled D-O-G-M-E, and because we're from Norway, the E is pronounced E, so we say dogme, which would be D-O-G-M-A in English, but that's a completely different word. So dogme style, Arne, can you tell our viewers what it means? For those who don't know.
If I don't correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm very wrong because I think I know things
Yeah,
and I
but
say wrong
which
words.
genre is dogme from?
It's like from Denmark, like when you just film with a handheld camera like this.
So we're talking about filming,
See,
right?
and the film is going a little bit like I do now,
Little wobbly.
little wobbly.
And lighting, how about
it's-
lighting?
I think everything is very simple.
Yeah.
It's like you use natural light and you use just a camera and you walk around or run around and you film. What's the name of the Danish? There's a Danish one.
Well, dogme is within cinema, so that's the first thing. Dogme is a filming style that is supposed to be very simplistic. You're not allowed to have elaborate set designs. The lighting has to be kind of whatever it is. Cameras are handheld. You do not have any cameras that are put on a thing. And sometimes there's not even a script for the actors. And Lars von Trier.
Yeah, that's the famous Danish.
Yes, Lars von Trier is the main, is one of the biggest, one of the greatest filmmakers that has embraced this style. This is from the 90s, I would say, Dogme. And in the 90s, Danish films were very hip, and some of them became very famous. And I think we can recommend a couple of good ones. I have a few that I really love. I have one that I love.
I don't remember the name.
Oh, come on. Adam's Apples.
Is that Dogme? Are you sure that's
Danish?
Not everything Danish is Dogme.
No, I know. But
I think the one called The Idiots or something.
The Idiots is definitely a Dogme film.
That's a Dogme film. So...
But Adam's Apples is a really fun, fun movie.
Good movie, anyway.
And it's with Mads Mikkelsen. So if you know him, he's a very famous Danish actor internationally now.
He was in James Bond.
He was in a James Bond film, yeah. So the Adam's Apples. So Google that, because it's Danish, you're gonna have to put on the subtitles.
But I can't tell you which movies, like if I talk about Danish movies, I can't tell you if they're Dogma or not, but I love Danish movies.
Danish movies
so many good Danish movies.
Amazing. So anyway, that's where Dogma comes from. And we started using Dogma when we did our quarantine podcast back in March, because Eric wasn't here, so we had to figure everything out ourselves with a rather crappy video program in the computer. Since then, Eric went and bought us a small camera, and he sent it to us by mail, and we got it yesterday.
So it's the first time we're using it.
So now, even if it's still Dogma style, we are filming this with a more, or a better camera than what
Maybe
we
I should do some close-ups and things.
Yeah, let's do some close-ups.
We could see if it works, the pattern on your shirt.
And it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing the podcast until I got sick. So that was a bummer when I got sick and we had to stop. But we're coming back, aren't we, Arne? We're going to be doing a podcast again in August.
We will.
I don't know when in August we're going to start it out, but it will be started sometime in August. And it's going to be a weekly podcast. It's not going to be every day, as we did with the quarantine. Yeah, well.
How many do you have?
I think I said 8.
8.
Yeah, and now that's the thing. I was thinking about it. We travel with so many shirts, and we tend to change clothes during the day and the evening. So if it's if we're in a summery place, maybe jeans and a t-shirt, and then for the daytime, and then in the evening we'll put on a fresh shirt. I think that. Or maybe just a t-shirt and a sweater if it's colder weather, and then if we go out, we'll put on we'll change our shirt.
But normally, like if we go to a restaurant, we don't wear t-shirts.
Not in the evenings.
Not in the evening. You can do it for lunch, but not in the evening.
And
then you feel naked.
The world has changed. Imagine in the 50s when we would have had to have brought 8 suitcases with day clothes, and that's the way it was back then. The world has become more casual now, which is great. So jeans and a pair of sneakers is always acceptable no matter where you go nowadays, in my opinion. Shorts, for me, is something I wear at the beach or by a swimming pool. If worse comes to worse, if you are in a really hot city, like last year we went to Savannah in July, and I actually wore shorts in the city. But I actually paired my shorts with a nice shirt. So I had a really nice shirt on, I had shorts, and I didn't wear socks. I had the invisible socks with sneakers, so that it looked like I wasn't wearing socks. That's because it was so hot. That's what I wore. And you were also wearing shorts in the city.
You forced me.
Well, yeah, it was so hot.
Because I normally don't do it.
But if we're in Europe, we would never do that. I think that, even if the world has become more casual, in the last 20 years, I think that in Europe it's still slightly less casual than in the US. So in the US, I think people are even more relaxed than here in Europe. And if you are in Europe and you go out for a nice dinner somewhere, I would feel very uncomfortable wearing a t-shirt. But I would feel very comfortable wearing a pair of jeans and a pair of sneakers. So
Well, no, like now when we're going to Norway, somewhere in Norway, I think it's still nice to put on a shirt
Yeah.
if you go for a dinner.
yeah, I like that. I like putting on a shirt, making
It's
a little
kind
effort.
of a little bit like it's like respect for the other people in the restaurants, or
I don't know. I mean, it's just the way it is
or
here.
you feel better.
Yeah. I think most Scandinavians will agree that.
Maybe a lot of people won't agree with us, and maybe we don't insult anyone by saying that.
No, I hope not. But it's not offensive. I mean, I like casual. If there's something I don't like, is actually wearing a suit. In Norway, however, our national day is celebrated very formally. And in Norway, for May 17th, 17. Mai, if you're not wearing your folk costume or a suit and a tie, you are inappropriately dressed. So yeah, we still have a few occasions when we do need to wear a suit and a tie, and that's one of them. And we do it gladly because it's only like once a year, or if we go to some important family occasions like a baptism, we would have to wear a suit and a tie as well, or a wedding. But other than that, I like the casual. I like the jeans thing, you know. Like, I love jeans. I like wearing jeans. But yeah, jeans and a shirt and a pair of sneakers to go out in the evening, I think is appropriate, especially in Europe, where we are slightly less casual than in the US. So,
Are
there
you
we go.
finished? You're finished.
Look at that, 8 shirts. And then I've got 2 cardigans.
So you brought 2 also.
Yeah, well, I already explained that.
You were shocked when I had 2.
Well, it's okay, but it's because I hate air. Or hate is a strong word, I've been told. But I don't like air condition.
You shouldn't say hate, Carlos.
Yeah, well, I did. Anyway, I don't like air conditioning, and I'm one of those cold people. I'm always very cold. I always freeze. So I call these my air-conditioned cardigans. I actually only wear them because of that. And they're very lightweight, and they're easy to, I can put it in my bag. And this one I'll have handy with me all the time. So this one's not going in the suitcase.
So what can we say now? These bags are very handy.
Yep.
It's a good thing when you pack.
Okay, so we've done this part. So here is the suitcase, and then we'll divide it in 2 sides. So I usually take this side, and Arne gets this side. And all we need to do now is put the little squares in. What I like to do is I like putting the pants in first. That way you can, as you can see, put in the pants. I'll put Arne's on his side. And now the pants are, whenever you put stuff on them, they kind of stay fixated there, which is great. Your cozy pants will wait with those. Okay, so these are my cubes. So they go in here very easily, like this. There's one more here. And then we'll do Arne's cubes. There we go. You see how clever this is?
You're so good.
Yeah, we're missing one. Here it is. So my cubes and Arne's cubes. And there should be a toiletry bag in here. I forgot it upstairs, so we're not going to put it in. But you see here, there's space for a toiletry bag. Now, if we're traveling in the USA, where the TSA is very strict, I will actually pack all our toiletries in a transparent toiletry bag and put it on the top, so that when these suitcases go through the x-ray machine, if there's something that the TSA thinks is fishy, when they open the suitcase, they'll see it in a transparent toiletry map. And I think that probably means they won't go through our stuff too much, because I don't like that. But for this trip, we're going to use a regular leather toiletry bag that I'm going to go and pick up later. Okay, so we got our cubes in, and then we've got some extra sweaters, because we're not telling you exactly where we're going, except that it's in northern Norway. So we've got extra sweaters just in case, to keep ourselves nice and toasty. This one here is actually going to be part of a video that we're going to be recording, so stay tuned for that. And then I've got my Save the Children sweater that I love and is very good for the Norwegian weather. And Arne's Save the Children sweater.
Where are you putting my stuff later?
What's
My
that?
extra stuff.
Well, that goes in the next step, doesn't it?
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll, you know, wherever we can fit in the cozy pants, we'll just find a place there. And then I'm very dependent on these laundry bags. Now, these laundry bags are great. Look at this one. It's really big. And this one's really sweet. It says just laundry on them. And sometimes we get put up in in posh hotels. We're lucky that way. And the posher the hotel, the nicer the laundry bag. And I don't know if they're complimentary, but for us, they are complimentary. So,
If not, I put them on the bill, I guess.
well, if I like the laundry bag, I usually take it. And so I'm gonna close this, and then we'll just pretend that there is a toiletry bag there too. So I'll close this side of the bag, and then I like on this side, because this side has straps, I always like to put the laundry bags on top like this. And then I love this big one because this one covers the whole thing like this. So there you go. And then we just strap it. And this is part one of packing. So this is all our personal clothes for 10 days. And this suitcase is pretty good. I think it can fit our personal clothes for 2 people for 2 weeks. I think we can fit that in here easily. And then before Arne shows you how he packs all his knitting stuff, or our knitting stuff, I want to go through a couple of other things that are musts for a trip, any trip, and those I will take with me in my handbags or hand luggage. So my sweater. And I always need a scarf as well, a wool scarf, woven, thin. Again, this one you can just fold it and put it wherever you want. This is for when I'm on a plane and if my neck is cold, or if I need to put it over my pants like this to warm up a bit if it's too cold, because I really hate air conditioning and I don't feel comfortable in spaces that are too cold. So
it's not a problem on this trip.
not a problem on this trip, so I'm not even going to take this. And then of course the one thing I cannot live with for plane travel is my noise cancelling phones. I love these. These have saved my life many times when we have been sitting next to crying babies. I don't want to offend any crying babies, but you know, instead of getting annoyed with these little, you know, cuties that can't actually help it, instead of getting annoyed, just put on your cancelling headphones, turn on some music, and the noise is gone, and everybody's happy.
But this time we're bringing the boom boom box in the car.
We're bringing a boom boom box in the car.
The
yeah.
CD player.
Okay, so, oh yeah, and of course, book. I need to have a book, so I'm reading this book now. It's a Norwegian book. The author is called Maja Lunde, Presalskis Hest, and I believe it is translated into English.
Preswalski's horses, maybe.
Yeah, probably. And of course, umbrellas, because because it is going to get cold or maybe rainy in where we're going. So these we'll put in the car. And then I don't wear hats, I wear sunglasses, but Arne needs a hat. So this is also going to be part of the packing, but this is going directly in the car. So now it's your turn, so I'm just going to put this down. Move over to you. Take over the camera. And
Yes.
Arne, what are we going to do now? I see you have a whole lot of knitting.
I have, but then we have to take this away.
All the
other
stuff
stuff.
that we have here. That little suitcase is not going with us,
This
is
is not
it?
going this time.
So what are we going to be packing now?
So now we're packing all the knitting.
Wow, okay. So just before you do that, can you put the other suitcase on the table just to compare them?
It's already heavy. This one. It's bigger.
Okay, so this is like we've got the medium one and the extra large one here.
So this is for knitting.
Okay. So I love it. I love it that the suitcase for knitting, is bigger than the suitcase for our personal clothes, and the fact that our personal clothes are in a suitcase. I mean, it's closed for 10 days.
Now you put the thick sweaters in the other suitcase. I like to have them in this suitcase because.
Well, but okay. Then why don't you? Okay, so why don't you just unpack the sweaters?
I think I have to unpack the sweater.
Do that. And now there's going to be some explaining here.
Where are the sweaters? On top?
Yeah, I put them on top.
Because they're making a noise if I put that on top. So let's take 2 of these.
Mm-hmm.
So then I like to have the sweaters because there's like this thing.
Oh yeah, the divider there in between.
You know, this is what I do. You normally do the clothing, but I do the necessary things, the necessities.
Okay, so
now we're gonna close this again.
Mm-hmm.
And I put this in this one. So this is the babushka.
Oh, we're doing a babushka packing today. So the Russian dolls,
Then
one inside the other,
you have to bring some yarn because you never know what you're gonna do, or maybe you get an idea. And we use these zipper bags. We find them in the grocery store.
And it's time for a Norwegian lesson. So what? Like a Ziploc bag in Norwegian is a
glidelåspose.
Glidelåspose. And so
it's nice. You can put the yarn in this one, and then you just squeeze the air out. Then they don't take that much space.
So you start closing it. Okay, and then you just squeeze the air out. Very nice. Now we know that you can get machines that do this for you, or you can use the vacuum cleaner, but this does it very nicely, and it's a more inexpensive way.
This is a better way.
Yeah.
That's the crochet project, and
Okay.
then I think I also have to bring a knitting project. So I have this UFO I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
This has been on the Hurtigruten cruise. And
Yes.
I didn't finish it, but I haven't been knitting on this for like 3 months or 4 months or so long. Long time.
So a question, Arne. Now we're going to go in the car. We're not going to check in any bags to fly because we're not flying this year. If we were checking in bags to fly,
Yeah.
where would your knitting go? Would you put it in your hand luggage or in?
No, I put it in the one I'm checking in.
Okay.
I never like to knit on the airplane
Yeah, that's true.
because then people want to know.
So what are you doing? You're rolling the bag.
I'm getting all the air out.
Oh, smart. You roll it. You suck out the air. Fantastic.
Now it's flat. So then you can put this around.
Yeah, and you definitely don't need a machine to do that. You could do that with a Ziploc bag and your own, rolling action.
And if you pack like this and you're going on an airplane, and maybe you get overweight, then it's easy just to take one suitcase out and you check in 2 suitcases. But sometimes, like if the stuff in the suitcases are not too heavy, you can actually check in 2 suitcases, like putting one in one, or you can even have 3.
Yeah, so you're doing this on purpose for the sole reason of the potential that maybe there will be an opportunity to shop something.
Yes.
Which you do so well because you have...
I'm so good. I have black belt in shopping.
Yes, you do.
So you think 2 projects is enough for 10 days?
Yeah.
I have even one more.
Yeah, well, you know what? You can never have too many knitting projects. I think most people on our channel would agree with that.
But I don't think we can do 3 suitcases this time because the car is quite small.
Yeah, no, it's enough with 2. 2 suitcases.
And then this is so small. So I can put this just on the side.
Mm-hmm.
This one. can hide things in this one. So, and then the crochet hook. That should be fine. I think I can also put my books there. Normally when we travel, I bring my scrapbook or art journal. This is too heavy now, so I bring a new one.
Okay. But you would never put them there if
No.
you were traveling with checked bags.
Airplane, I will have it in my luggage.
Carry-on bag.
Carry-on.
Too valuable.
And then I bring a lot of pencils. There is like tush, this
Markers, tapes,
washi tape.
the washi tape.
Washi tape. I have a lot of things like that. I have to carry with me, and I also bring the pencils. We got this from our friend Shirley in Seattle.
It's a lovely set of
I
pencils.
love this gift.
Yeah, and it's good. It's perfect. You have every color you need there if you need to sketch something.
So this is very nice when you travel. You never know. Maybe you get an idea and you want to make some drawings.
And tell me, Arne, what are you reading?
I'm bringing one book. I'm reading Elton John.
Oh,
The biography.
fantastic.
Is it called biography?
Biography, yeah.
Biography of Elton John.
Will I get to borrow that after you?
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it. I love Elton John. Love Elton John.
So good. I think that should be good. Then
Yeah.
you have.
So, Arne, just before you close it, the sole purpose of doing a babushka is that you're optimistic that you may go shopping, right?
Yeah, because you never know.
So the last time we did a babushka, we ended up in New York State, upstate New York.
And we bought these.
Well, not only those.
Actually, we have 2 pairs.
And then,
We found them in a thrift store
yes, we did.
or an antique shop in New York.
Upstate New York,
Upstate
yeah.
New York. And they were so beautiful, and I always wanted to have some like this. And I tried them on, and they broke. So I'm going to go to the skomaker. What's that?
The cobbler, the shoemaker.
Cobbler,
Yeah.
and I will ask if they can make this new for me.
Yeah. These are called, I believe they are bear paw
Bear.
snowshoes. And yeah,
And
as
that's
I,
even a name. It's some AFH company, Wallingford, Vermont,
yeah.
USA.
So as Arne says, you never know what you're going to find. And if you suddenly find this, you don't have to go buy a suitcase to bring it home because you already have a suitcase inside a suitcase, which is clever.
This one is good, the big one. Because
Yeah.
then you can bring home stuff like this.
So when you zip up the bag, I mean, what we would normally do if we were going on a flight, which we're not, if we're going on a plane, when we zip up the bag, we end up going to weigh it because we want to make sure that we are still in a weight that is allowed.
Or an airplane. Yeah.
For airplanes, yeah. Or, you know, if we have to do a little overweight, at least we know that we're not going to go way over. Is it closable? Are you able to close it? Do you want help?
No, I'm fine. But this is probably too heavy for airplanes, so I guess if you came with all these in one, you probably have to take one out.
No, but it shouldn't be too heavy with what we packed. It should be just around the weight.
Yeah, but sometimes when we travel, we also have the carry-on.
Yeah,
That-
and I have one too.
And yeah, and if you want to have, if you want to carry, like when you travel and you don't bring stuff, you bring less when you don't bring fish when you go fishing.
Yeah. Okay, Arne. So
Put this in the small one.
yeah. So suitcase is now packed,
Yes.
and now the biggest challenge of it all is going out and getting that into the car. Shall we do that?
Yeah. If
Okay.
it doesn't go in the car, we can put it on the roof. Boy, it's heavy already. So this will probably occupy the whole back seat of the car.
You're gonna have to take down both chairs, both seats. Oh no.
There you go. And you put it down so you don't get it in your back, the back of your head. You have to brake.
Maybe we'll have to tie it. Maybe we'll have to tie this bag. Oh no, it's okay.
Look,
Perfect.
it works.
Perfect. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Remember to turn on your notifications. That way you will never miss an episode. And if you're not part of the Arne and Carlos family, we would love to have you as a subscriber. So please hit that subscribe button and help us reach 100,000 subscribers this year. We're already pretty close, so I'm sure we will succeed. Now, we can't wait to get in this car and start driving and show you our beautiful country. So we hope that you will join us these coming weeks to see the beauty of northern Norway. I think Freya has already gotten in the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
She
She's
wants
ready.
to join us, but she's not coming because we can't have her in the car.
Yeah.
Right now it's so warm, so she's going to stay with friends.
Yeah.
Freya. Hey Freya. Say goodbye.
Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching. And we look forward to seeing you again next week, somewhere in Norway.
Bye.
Bye.